What is the spiritual dream meaning of trucks?
What if the little girl who slept on a cornhusk mattress, in a one-room shack, no electricity with 11 other kids, what if she is the exact reason your truck dream last night was not random at all?
Her name is Dolly Parton. And her story, well, her story is the key to unlocking everything your subconscious is screaming at you right now.
So she was one of 12 children, born into just extreme poverty. I'm talking a tin roof cabin in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee, no running water, no electricity, just bodies pressed together in the dark.
Get this, the doctor who delivered her, he was paid by her father, who couldn't even read or write, with a single bag of cornmeal, right? That was the value they put on her life the day she arrived. She hauled water from a creek, wore dresses made from old flour sacks. See, her childhood wasn't just set in poverty, it was powered by it. It was this rumbling engine that smelled like diesel and desperation and just the sheer will to keep going. The morning after her high school graduation in 1964, she packed one busted-up suitcase and got on a bus. Destination, Nashville. She was 18 years old, all alone, and she was absolutely unstoppable. And this, right here, this is the crucial point. The decision she made is the spiritual twin of your truck dream. She chose to carry the weight herself, to grip the wheel and drive forward no matter how bad the road was. Okay, so that's her story, but now let's talk about yours. I'm going to ask you 3 pretty ruthless questions, and you need to be honest with yourself. First, are you carrying something that is way too heavy for one person and just flat out refusing to ask for help? Second, are you actually moving forward in your life, or have you just killed the engine and you're telling yourself you're resting? Let's be real, there is a massive difference. And last, do you even know what's in the truck you're driving? Or are you just hauling a bunch of cargo you never consciously chose to pick up in the first place? I know these aren't gentle questions. Your subconscious didn't send you a truck dream to be gentle. It sent you a truck because trucks don't whisper, they roar. So what is this roaring message? Why a truck? Because the truck, it's a mirror on wheels. Before anything else, a truck represents one thing: capacity. It is built for burden. It is designed from the bolts up to haul what other things, what other people simply cannot. And you have to understand this distinction. A car in a dream, that's about you, your individual self, your personal journey. A truck, that's about your capacity, your burden, and your raw power. It is on a completely different scale. Which brings us to the most critical question about the dream. What is your role? Are you the driver, the cargo, or are you the engine? You see, the truck, it's your relationships made visible. If you're the driver, you're in control. You're making the choices. If you're the cargo, you're just being carried along, maybe even without your consent. And if you're the engine, well, you are the power source for everyone else, probably at your own expense. You have got to know which one you are. But when this dream shows up is just as important as what's in it. The timing is never random. It's a sign that you have reached your tipping point.
This dream is urgent. It doesn't show up when things are easy. It shows up when the weight you're carrying is becoming unsustainable. It is a blinking red light that you are at a make or break moment.
Listen to me. Women who dismiss this dream, they often look back years later and can pinpoint that exact night as the moment they should have made a change. Do not be that woman.
This isn't just about figuring out the dream. It's about responding to it. It is time to take the wheel. Your psyche is literally standing in the middle of the road, waving its arms, refusing to let you just ignore this and drive past. It is demanding that you pull over and look. Let's go back to Dolly. She never forgot that cornhusk mattress. She carries it still, but not as shame, as fuel. And that right there, that is the entire point. You get to decide what all your cargo means to you. So you've been given the map, you've been shown the engine, the cargo, and the driver's seat. The only question left is, where does this road go next?
Part 2. Okay, we are diving straight in, no fluff. We're talking about the dreams that are literally trying to save your life.
So let's just get one thing straight. When you dream of a truck, your subconscious is not being poetic. It's not being vague. It's being incredibly specific. Every single detail, the speed, its condition, where you are sitting, it's a coded, urgent message. And it's not a suggestion. It is a demand for your immediate and, frankly, brutally honest attention. All right, first up, the theme that cuts right to the heart of it all. These are the dreams that force you to look in the mirror and ask who is actually steering your life.
So if you're driving a big, powerful truck, that's one of the most potent dreams you can have. It means you're in command of some massive forward momentum. But here's the thing, the crucial detail isn't the truck, it's you. How did you feel? Were you confident, in control, or were you completely terrified?
Because that feeling, that terror behind the wheel, that's the question your dream is forcing you to answer. It's a direct signal. It means you've said yes to something, a job, a relationship, some big commitment that you feel totally unequipped to handle. It's a call to get real about what you can actually carry right now.
And what if you're not even driving? What if you're just in the passenger seat? Look, this isn't a dream about failure. It's a moment of pure, stark decision. It's showing you that you've surrendered control. You've let someone else, or maybe just your own fear, take the wheel. So the only question now is, are you going to stay there?
Let's make this real. I mean, do this right now. Grab a pen, write down your 3 heaviest burdens. Now, circle the one that makes your stomach just clench. And last, you have to name the person or the situation that is driving a major part of your life. Did you consciously choose that, or did you just fail to grab the wheel yourself? The answer changes everything.
Okay, so if we know who's driving, the next big question is about the condition of the vehicle itself. Because your dreams, they're like a physical alarm system for your mind and your body. Are you running on fumes?
A truck breaking down in a dream is a spiritual intervention. It's a hard stop. We are so conditioned to be the reliable ones, right? The ones who just keep going no matter what. This dream is screaming, stop. The engine is quitting. You cannot carry everyone else's weight without rest. This is a literal health warning. Let me be clear. Chronic overextension has a body count.
Now, the absolute terror of a runaway truck dream, that is intentional. It is precise. Your subconscious is yelling that you've taken on so much that you are no longer in control. You're not even steering anymore. You're just holding on for dear life. And the only solution is to unload something immediately.
This is non-negotiable. I want you to stop and feel your body. Right now, where's the tension? In your jaw? Your shoulders? Your gut? Now, list every single thing you are responsible for. Then, you draw a hard line. What absolutely has to go this week? One honest no could be the thing that restores your steering. And this brings us right to the cargo itself. What are you actually hauling around in that truck? Is it your life's purpose, or is it the dead weight of martyrdom and the ghosts of all your unlived dreams? Think about these 2 extremes for a second. An empty truck? That's not a relief. It's a massive warning that your power, your capacity, is just sitting idle while you're busy serving everyone else's dreams. And the overloaded truck? That's not strength. It's a wound disguised as virtue. And it makes you a risk to yourself and everyone around you. And what if the truck in your dream is massive? I mean, a semi, an 18-wheeler. Well, the message just got a whole lot bigger. This isn't just your stuff anymore. You are carrying something that is older than you are. You're hauling the weight of your family line, of unspoken expectations, of inherited trauma. Think about it like this. She wasn't just hauling her own ambition. She was carrying the longings of every woman in her bloodline who never got the chance. Your dream is asking you to do that same work. You have to figure out what weight is yours to carry forward and what weight belongs to the past. So all of this leads us to the actual machinery of your internal beliefs. These next dreams are all about movement, about stagnation, and about whether you're even operating with the right equipment for the road you're actually on. An old, rusted truck in your dream means your beliefs, about what you deserve, about what's even possible. They're shot. They're structural vulnerabilities. They need a serious upgrade. But a brand new truck, that is a powerful new beginning. And it comes with a warning, seize it now, or it will disappear. If that new truck is just sitting there, parked, with the engine humming, that is the dream of wasted potential. You have everything you need to move. You have the power, the fuel, but something, and let's be real, it's usually fear, is keeping you stuck. This dream is a direct spiritual kick in the ribs. So name it, right now. What is the one thing you keep telling yourself you'll do when you're ready? Listen, you're ready now. The truck is running. Your dream is making your paralysis visible so you can finally break the damn spell.
A dream about a crash is almost never a prediction of the future. It is a post-mortem of the past. It's showing you that something has already broken. a relationship, a career, a core belief, and you're just refusing to survey the damage. Your dream is forcing you to look at the wreckage.
So how do you clean it up? Simple. First, you name what's broken. You have to admit it. Then, you find one single thing of value to salvage from that mess. Just one thing. And you begin there. Because honesty, not denial, is the only way you can ever rebuild.
And finally, we get to it. The most urgent message of all. This is a direct warning that a version of your life is moving on, and it's leaving with or without you.
Watching that truck drive away without you, it produces this very specific, hollow kind of grief, doesn't it? And that grief is vital information. It's telling you that an opportunity, a future you, a life that you want is departing. It isn't gone yet, but it is moving away from you every single second you stand still.
So the final question your dream leaves you with is this. Time is already moving. That truck is already on the road. What one thing can you do, not perfectly, not completely, but today, to start closing that distance and get in that truck?
Part 3. All right, we're done with the what it means. Now we get to the part that actually matters, what you are going to do about it. This isn't just about insight, this is about action. Look, understanding your dream feels good for a minute, but that's not the point. It's the starting gun, not the finish line. Most people get the message, nod their heads, and then go right back to the way things were. We are not going to do that. So first up, for the woman who's doing it all by herself, you know exactly who you are. That dream wasn't news, it was a confirmation of what your body has been screaming at you for months. It's time for a cargo audit.
I mean this literally. Get out a piece of paper right now. Write down every single thing you're responsible for. The job, the kids, the bills, the emotional labor, all of it. Now, next to each item, put initials. M for me, or the initials of whoever handed you that weight. Now count up all the initials that are not yours. That's the cargo you have to offload. Your job is to decide, does it get handed back, delegated, or just dropped on the side of the road? And let's be crystal clear. This is not some fluffy self-care tip. This is a physiological emergency. Chronic overload isn't just a feeling, it's a condition. It leads to adrenal fatigue, to depression, to your relationships completely falling apart. Your body is running on fumes.
Okay, now for the creative woman, the one whose big ideas, that book, that business, that art, it's all been suffocated by obligations. Your dreams have gone quiet. Here's how we turn the volume back up. Don't try to build a whole empire at once. Just pick one thing, one page, one phone call, one brush stroke. Then, and this is the only part that matters, open your calendar right now. Find 1 hour this week and block it out. Treat that appointment like it's a non-negotiable meeting with your most important client. Because it is.
Why the rush? Because a purpose that isn't lived doesn't just disappear. It festers. It turns into grief, into regret. That truck in your dream, it's your purpose. And it's meant to be driven, not just parked in the garage collecting dust. Now for the woman whose truck is the relationship. And you're the only one in the driver's seat. You're loading it, fueling it, navigating, and your partner's just sitting in the passenger seat looking out the window. It's time to have the conversation.
This is not about starting a fight. It's an invitation to be a partner. Use these exact words. It's not an attack, it's a statement of fact and a clear request. You need a co-driver, period. You have to ask the question.
And you can't put this off. Resentment is poison. It doesn't scream, it whispers. It's like rust quietly eating away at the foundation until one day you realize there is absolutely nothing left to save. You have to stop it now. All right, let's talk to the woman at a career crossroads. The truck is idling, there's a decision you have to make. To quit, to launch, to ask for what you're worth. Here's the test that's gonna give you your answer.
First, I want you to picture yourself exactly 3 years from today. If you change nothing, you stay right where you are. And don't just think about it. Feel it in your body, in your gut. How does that woman feel when she wakes up in the morning? Now, picture the other woman. 3 years from now, after you did the scary thing, you took the leap, you got in the damn truck and drove. How does she feel?
Your body knows the right answer. The feeling tells you everything. So now, you take one small action, today. Send one email, make one call. Just one tiny step toward becoming that woman. And the urgency here is real life. Industries pivot, opportunities dry up. That perfect moment for your big idea, it's not gonna wait for you forever. Career courage has an expiration date. So what if this dream wasn't just a one-time thing?
What if it's the beginning of a whole new conversation with yourself? For the spiritually curious woman, here's how you keep the line open.
Get a notebook and a pen, not your phone. Keep it by your bed. The second you wake up, before you do anything else, you write for 5 minutes. Don't edit, just dump it all on the page. Then, once a week, you look for patterns. The truck might show up again, or maybe it becomes something else, but the theme will keep repeating until you deal with it. Ignoring your dreams is a huge mistake, because those unexamined patterns, they harden. They become the unconscious behaviors that run your life and keep you stuck. Your dreams are the most honest guidance you'll ever get. Use it. And finally, this is for the woman who heard all of this and thought, I don't have the energy for any of it. The woman who is just done. The warning lights in your dashboard have been blinking for so long you don't even see them anymore. This is your emergency stop.
You don't need another strategy. You don't need a 5-step plan. You need to stop. Just stop. Today, I promise you the world will not implode. You have permission.
Here is your one and only action item. You're going to say these 12 words out loud to one person today. I am exhausted and I need help. That's it. No justifications, no apologies, just the truth.
And this is the most urgent of all. Burnout is not a feeling, it's not a character flaw. It is a medical state with real, documented consequences for your health, your brain, even how long you live. This isn't your body whispering anymore. This is its final dispatch before it takes you out of the driver's seat for good.
And that's really what this is all about, isn't it? The dream wasn't a warning, it wasn't a cute metaphor, it was a gift. It was one more chance laid right at your feet.
Choose.